Welcome back to Regular Guys Outdoors. I'm Chris. These next two videos are going to be my third annual trip to North Carolina for ducks and deer. My initial travel plans did not go off as desired. I was supposed to be on a 5:45 flight this morning, but at 1 o'clock in the morning I got an automated phone call said my flight was delayed. Well, it was delayed long enough that I would miss my connecting flight. So I had about a 4-hour phone call, most of which was on hold, and eventually got around to getting another flight, and this one's out of Denver, not Colorado Springs. So I had to jump on a shuttle and get up here, and now I've got a 5:30 flight in the morning, and so I'm going to be sleeping right here on the ground throughout the night. And so obviously I'm a good bit tired, and that's not a good way to start a hunting trip. But I gotta get the fills because there's some ducks with our names on them. Night. Eventually I got to Charlotte for my connecting flight, and then I finally got into Raleigh. It's been a long 36 hours, but I'm finally linked up with this guy. I think we got some ducks to kill in the morning.
I think you're right.
Phil's been scouting for the last couple of months. He's been killing some ducks and he's been scouting ducks, so we're gonna get into them. And I even had enough time to get into the climber and get up the tree. It was sitting right where Phil said it would be. We had some squirrel action. I got soaking wet, but no deer tonight. Next morning, it's into the swamp for some ducks. Right here.
See the gap. But I'd already committed, and my brain had already said pull the trigger. But you know what? Are you just pulling my leg? Did we both shoot at that bird right there?
When you said we only pulled one duck out that morning, but that's because we were missing and we were too busy watching them go by. Then that evening comes, and it's time to get back up in the climber. And there's no deer this night, but tomorrow is Sunday, and in North Carolina, you cannot waterfowl hunt on Sundays, but you can hunt deer on private land. Well, it's Sunday morning, and I got about 45 minutes until legal light. I'm gonna head out to the stand, climb up the tree, and hopefully something will come in. I can't believe deer aren't eating corn. The squirrels keep me entertained. And I'm wet again, and that's going to be a common theme. So during the day there, we decide we're going to pattern our guns and verify our sights.
Now, you know, some people want great big things and you see where all the shot goes, but you know what? That right there, you smoke that circle there, you're gonna smoke a duck.
All right, that's a Remington 1100 2 3/4 inch, number 3 1 16th ounce shot, and we got 3 right there in the black, and there ain't a duck gonna fit through that joker.
And what yardage?
Were we 27, 28?
Yeah, about 28 yards.
And that afternoon, back up the climber I go. As the light comes up and it becomes legal time, we've got a jerk line out. And unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, this is the only footage I have, and these are the only 2 ducks we took that day. I finally got a double. That evening, you guessed it, back in the deer stand. Next morning, as the sun rises, we're on a piece of public ground in a beautiful swamp. The ducks were kind of slow, but Phil got a couple of shots early. But unfortunately, no ducks down. After a while, we were kind of messing around in the swamp, wanted to see if we could shoot a particular stump out in the distance, and when I shot, some birds started to fly.
I mean, bottom. Shoot.
I whiffed that one.
There's another one. Something.
And then some more flew, and I went click. I forgot to load my chamber. Phil nailed his. I didn't have anything in the chamber. It's coming back over the top.
Let's go over there and try to find that bird.
My gun went click.
That's an owl.
Now nobody's going to believe this, but Phil retrieved his own bird. Usually it's me, but I know, crazier things have happened.
If anything, you're scaring them because that's not a sound off real sharp. But let me show you something on the goose call.
Bunch of seagulls.
What names?
Phil and Mary were doing some horse sitting, so it's time to feed the horses.
Look right there. Join you. You didn't give him all his food, Daddy. Knock that in that pit. That boy wants every morsel of it.
Now would you believe I've got corn out in front of me and never saw a deer? I got busted the one night as I was leaving after legal light, and Phil had deer on camera, some nice bucks on camera, but once I started going to that stand, the trail camera we had set up, the activity dwindled sharply. This is part 1 of the trip, and we're going to put part 2 right over here. Here's Phil's trip to Colorado right here, and please give us a subscribe right there. Thanks for watching.